Hey, welcome to the Superhero Gallery, where we give a brief synopsis or interesting facts about different characters I've got in my superhero gallery. So about 15 years ago, I started collecting 121 scale superhero figurines, and to date I have about 1,000 characters, from Marvel to DC to Doctor Who to Walking Dead. And today we're going to be running through the 21 different Asgardian characters that I have in my superhero gallery. And I realize that the audio is kind of all over the place on this, but I don't have a microphone yet, so kind of bear with me since it's just my first video. If you like this video, leave a like, share it somewhere. If you have a suggestion, please leave a comment. And with that,
behold my stuff.
Whosoever holds this hammer, if they be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Thor Odinson is the son of Odin and Frigga, well, technically Gaia, the elder god of Mother Earth. Or maybe it's actually the Phoenix Force. And he's the Norse god of thunder and lightning. Founding Avenger, immensely powerful. I think everybody at this point knows who Thor is. Loki, Thor's adoptive brother. Loki's actually a frost giant. He's the god of lies,
Liar!
and trickery, and he's also a master of illusion. He's the reason the Avengers formed in the first place, which made it fitting that he did the same for the MCU. Interestingly, when Ragnarok hits, most of the Norse gods die and resurrect looking relatively the same. Loki keeps coming back looking extremely different, either a little bit younger, older, a child, a woman. Millions of years old, Odin, the Allfather, is immensely powerful. To list his greatest feats here would make this video an hour long. So here's a bullet point list of some of his powers. Matter manipulation, time manipulation, hugely resistant, and regenerates like crazy if he does get hurt. Strength, agility, fashion, force fields, and the ability to enchant items, resurrect the dead, teleport across dimensions. He teleported all of his people and all of Asgard from their home dimension to Oklahoma. Like, teleported the entire realm of Asgard.
What does it feel like to have such power?
Frightening.
I actually remember when the company Eagle Moss made this figurine, they said they couldn't figure out what look they wanted to give him because his appearance seemed to change with every single issue he appeared in, as you can see here. Angela, like with the word angel and the name Angela. Angela was created for Spawn Comics. The short version is that Neil Gaiman, the original creator, was granted the rights to the character in 2012 after a lengthy legal battle, and then sold them to Marvel in 2013. She's now Thor's half-sister and is an actual angel from heaven. That's Heaven, heaven. Heaven being the 10th of the 9 realms that Odin separated after her supposed death. Sif is the goddess of war. She's Heimdall's sister. Fighting ability is second only to Valkyrie in terms of all of the female Asgardians. My favorite story about Sif is that she used to have golden hair until Loki was like jealous of her and cut it all off when she wasn't paying attention. She got really mad at this, and because she was always Thor's love interest, Thor threatens Loki with his life. So Loki goes to the same two dwarves who created Mjolnir and paid them to create new hair for Sif. Except she used to have golden hair and he wasn't willing to pay them for it, so now she has black hair because he wouldn't pay for golden hair.
You did this!
What?
Heimdall controls the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost, which can take you anywhere. He has exceptional hearing.
I heard that.
And sight.
Give me sight beyond sight!
They say he knows everything that happens in all of Asgard and can see around 100 miles. But then other writers will say he can see 2.5 million light years away. Or other writers can say he can see the entirety of all 9 realms, and even through time. So let's just assume he's omniscient and knows everything if he's looking for it.
Don't ever leave me.
Ever.
Good. Because I'd find you.
The Warriors 3, Fandral, Hogun, and Volstagg. The Warriors 3 are a group of 3 Asgardian warriors. These are some of the only Thor characters that are not based on Norse mythology, but are actually created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. These are also some of the most consistent companions of Thor throughout his entire run. Balder is the son of Odin and Frigga, brother and constant companion to Thor, and one of the most glaring omissions of the MCU. He's most known for his kindness, his need to do right, and his bravery, earning him the nickname Balder the Brave. Also, can we please talk about his old design? The Valkyries are a group of warrior women who lead the Asgardians to Valhalla, which is basically their heaven for warriors. The main Valkyrie the 616 universe follows is named Brunhilde, and has been a member of the Avengers, a longtime member of the Defenders. She was actually the first Valkyrie created by Odin when she inspired him to create Valhalla in the first place.
Is that some sort of protoplasm, all the stuff that's coming out of you, or are they eggs? It looks like eggs.
Korg is a Hulk character, a member of his Warbound from Planet Hulk. But I don't have any other Warbound members in my gallery yet, and after I got the figurine, Thor Ragnarok came out, and then kind of firmly set him in my head as a Thor character, so here he is. Korg is an alien known as a Cronin from planet Saturn, from back in the time when comic aliens used to be just from our own solar system. Korg has a lot of visual similarities to the Thing from Fantastic Four, and if you notice, this figurine was actually made from a Thing figurine. Beta Ray Bill is an alien known as a Corbinite. He's a cyborg. He's one of the earliest characters who was able to prove himself worthy and lift Mjolnir, which led to Odin creating an equally powerful hammer for him known as Stormbreaker. The original concept of Frog Thor, or Throg, is that they were choosing who the next ruler of Asgard was going to be. Loki turned Thor into a frog and threw him down to Earth so he wouldn't be there for consideration.
Sorry about that time I turned you into a frog. It was a wonderful joke.
It was indeed hilarious.
But the concept was just too good and they wanted to bring the character back. So they made it so that in that original story, one of Thor's goats stepped on his hammer, broke off a splinter of wood, and another frog picked it up. Or actually, he was a human who was cursed by a medium when he didn't pay her for being able to talk to his recently deceased wife. And then he became the official Throg. So every now and then Marvel likes to replace characters for a few years with a new identity to kind of like refresh the character. So you'd have Dr. Octopus taking over as Spider-Man, Jane Foster as Thor, Dr. Doom as Iron Man. And when the original comes back, sometimes that character becomes a whole new character. So like John Walker took over as Captain America, then he came back as U.S. Agent. And that was Eric Masterson as Thunderstrike. Odin made Masterson the new Thor after he had banished his son for something. But after finding Thor and Thor taking over the mantle again, he took on the identity of Thunderstrike. The Destroyer armor was originally created by Odin to fight off the Celestials from destroying Earth. It's super durable and very powerful. Malekith is a dark elf who tried using the Casket of Ancient Winters until Odin banished him to another dimension for centuries. He was later freed by and had to serve Surtur. Amora the Enchantress is another one of those characters where it's very surprising she hasn't shown up in the MCU yet. Maybe they're saving her for the Masters of Evil. She's a very powerful sorceress, and her origin is basically that Thor doesn't love her, so she's going to become a villain until he does. Scourge the Executioner's origin is he's in love with Enchantress, and so he just does whatever she tells him to. He's most known for his redemption arc where he helped Thor free souls from Hela and died fighting her army of undead. A similar end would happen in Thor Ragnarok. Hela is the goddess of death.
I'm the goddess of death.
And the daughter of Loki and sister of Fenris the Wolf and Odin's horse Sleipnir, because Loki is actually the father of the Fenris Wolf, and Loki is the mother of Odin's eight-legged horse. Basically, Odin rules over Valhalla, where a warrior's soul goes, and Hela rules over Hell, which is reserved for those who do not die as a warrior. This is Hell, H-E-L, as opposed to like where Mephisto is from, H-E double hockey stick. Her main drive is to expand her realm and collect more souls.
Whoever you are.
Whoever I am, did you listen to a word I said?
And finally, Surtur.
I cannot die, not until I fulfill my destiny and lay waste to your home.
Surtur is the ruler of the fire giants. He's immensely powerful, 1,000 feet tall. He has a prehensile tail and can control fire. His twilight sword can destroy universes. If he lights his sword with the eternal flame, Surtur starts Ragnarok, the end of Asgard and all Asgardians. And obviously this isn't every major character, just all of the ones that I own. I have more planned for the future, but seriously, thank you for watching this. Leave a comment for what you'd like to see or suggestions for changes in the format. Any suggestions that you guys have, would be extremely appreciated, since this is first video. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. See ya.